Hey friends. So today I wanted to do a segment about money. More importantly, about money for our kids. So I know you guys all have been asking me about my post I put up about making your kids an authorized user on your credit card. So I wanted to explain that a little bit more. So, us as adults, we have credit cards. On our credit cards, you can put someone as an authorized user. Typically, authorized user means like if I have a card and if I have like my daughter or my mom or my boyfriend or my sister, anybody else, they can get a card also. I can set the limit that they can use. I can set what they see, what they don't see. I can set all of those things, but they're just an authorized user on the card. They're authorized to use my card and use the money that's set aside for them. The good thing about being an authorized user is when my credit goes up because of that credit card, yours will too. So the best thing to do is put your kid as an authorized user. You can put your kid as an authorized user as small as one up until 18. Or at 18, they can get their own cards, or you can carry them over on your card after 18. So when I started my financial journey about 4 or 5 years ago, when I got my credit cards, I was told by the bank teller that I can add an authorized user. So being me, I went home, I did some research, and I looked it up, and I found out that I can put my child as an authorized user. So my daughter is an authorized user on every credit card I have. The only thing about that is not only will your child or your family member or your spouse get the updates and the good perks of the credit that you set, they will also get the bad ones too. So if you're using your credits a lot, if you're overusing it, not paying, all those things, they will get those as well. So if you think that you're responsible enough and have good standing with your credit cards, it's a good idea to jumpstart your kids credit by adding them as an authorized user to your card. So that's what I did. Now, 4 years later, my daughter is 14. She's starting her first summer job this year. So I bank with Navy Federal. So I started an account for her with Navy Federal. She has a checking account and she has a savings account. Her checking account, she'll get her direct deposits from her summer job in that. And her savings account, I typically just put a few dollars in her allowance and stuff in there because I want to get her used to spending money. So she has like her Apple account or her Amazon account, her Etsy account, and I give her allowances on her in her Navy Federal checking account. She has a card, but I didn't give her the card. But on her phone and on her apps, she has the card information or the account information in there. So she can just go directly to Amazon, put in there, I want a phone case. It's $20. She can check her Navy Federal account. It'll show she has $20 or $40 or whatever amount it is in her savings, and she knows she can use that. So that gets her used to knowing how to add, how to subtract when she use, how to add when she get money. They get her used to checking her account, making sure she's cognizant of what she's spending and what she's not spending and what she has. So those are the steps you can do to start getting your kids used to counting money or knowing the importance of money. So this is her first summer job. So she's getting, I think she's getting paid $6.25 an hour for I'm assuming 40 hours a week. So every 2 weeks she'll get her paycheck. So when she gets her first paycheck July 15th, I'll have to sit down and start a budgeting plan with her. And what we're going to budget is her cell phone bill. She started putting money in her savings account for her uniforms, her shoes, and her hair expenses for the rest of the summer. I will definitely offset those things, and I'm probably going to pay for all those things. But I want her to get in mind of on July the 15th when she get her paycheck in her account, go into her app and say, "Oh, I have this amount. Let me go to Rise Brothers website where the uniforms is, and let me see if I got two shirts and two skirts and the black socks and the bow tie. Put it in a cart, see her subtotal, so she can know that when she starts school in August, she's gonna at least need 2 to 3 sets of uniforms. So when we get this budget plan, that's what our first step is going to be, to look at what we have and then to also put what we need to use. And I'll just show her how we do those things. Like I said, I'm probably going to pay for the uniforms anyway. She probably would just get her hair done and probably buy some shoes. But I just want to get her in the habit of knowing that money is coming in and knowing how much money need to go out, and then keeping herself at the base. So those are so getting her on my authorized user list was number one, first step. The second step was setting her up an account of her own, even if it's a checking or a savings. That was the second step. The third step was, once she does start getting money coming in, I can start a budgeting plan. So she could start thinking ahead before her paycheck come. Okay, the next 2 weeks, what do I absolutely need? It can go as far as sanitary napkins or tampons, soap, deodorant, washing detergent, any of those things. I'm gonna make her a list, and I'm actually gonna make her make a list. In 2 weeks, what all do you typically need? In a month, every month you need to get your hair done, so you need to add that into that list also. And that's just to get her mind thinking about how to spend money and how to use money correctly. Outside of her having a summer job and budgeting her account, I don't know if there's anything else that she can do at the age of 14, but I know at the age of 16 or 17, when she get her provisional license and start possibly driving my car and stuff, we'll start going into bigger issues of possible, like how car insurance work and how car notes work. And she, at that point, she's in high school now, but at that point she'll be further in her way to like either being a junior or a senior, and she'll start learning how to if she wants to get curry out, or if she wants to buy lunch at school and all those things, and we'll just build from there up until she gets to age 18. So I highly recommend and advise all of you guys to sit down and talk to your kids about money. You don't have to come from a financially stable background. I didn't. I'm not an advisor. I'm not a credit person. I'm not a money manager. I'm not any of those things. What I do is I go from my trials and my errors, and I teach off of those points. So please, please, please sit down with your teenagers. This is a good time. Everybody's home. We're not doing anything. Sit down with your teenagers. Try to get a plan together to keep them on track with money, credit cards, how to use them, interest rates, and all those things. And if you want, you can either contact me if you need any help. But any chance you can like this post, subscribe to my page, leave a comment. Any of those things are greatly appreciated. Again, I don't get paid for doing any of these videos, so all I ask back is just for you guys to send the love, share my posts, and thank you. See you later.